May 31st, 1819, Walter Whitman was born in West Hills, Huntington Township, New York. The second child of a family of 11, his family was impoverished to the point where Whitman had to quit school to work as an office boy for a lawyer, then a doctor when he was only 11. After a few years of being stuck in a dead-end job working to help sustain his family, Whitman decided he wanted to make a change to move forward in his life. He was accepted at the printing press called the Long Island Patriot and learned the printing trade. Because of his parents moving almost every 5 years, Walt had numerous jobs. Once he became of age, because of his now radical-seeming political views, the only jobs he could get were teaching in various cities. Walt decided that teaching just wasn't in the cards for him in the end, so he rejoined the printing trade. Finally, in 1855, Walt Whitman published his first poetry collection, Leaves of Grass. This collection immediately became extremely popular, even overseas in England. Ralph Waldo Emerson, a famous English poet at the time, praised Whitman for his poem set Leaves of Grass, going as far to say that he was the best American poet he had ever seen, and the only one who could compete with the great English poets. Over the rest of his life, the majority of his poetry was revisions to his Leaves of Grass. By the time he was dead, there was over 100 poems in it, when there was only 40 to begin with. In his later years during the Civil War, he acted as a nurse for injured Civil War soldiers. This experience inspired him to create morale-boosting war poems to boost soldier morale, such as Star-Spangled Banner and O Captain, My Captain. During the rest of Whitman's life, he experienced all too many hardships. His mother became gravely ill, and so he had to move back home to take care of her. Shortly after, he was diagnosed with a stomach disease called pleurisy. 2 years later, his brother was captured during the war. 1 year after that, Whitman died from either pleurisy or just plain exhaustion. Whitman's most positive impact on mankind were his patriotic and morale-boosting poems during the Civil War. O Captain, My Captain, by Walt Whitman. O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every rack, the prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting. While follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But O heart, O the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold and dead. O Captain, my Captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle trills. For you the bouquets and ribboned wreaths, for you shores are crowding. For you they call the swaying mast, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head, it is some dream that on the deck you've fallen, cold and dead. My captain does not answer, his lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm, he has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip the victor ship comes in with object won. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells, but I, with mournful tread, walk the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold and dead.